Sheena and Sugar with these young men in Sheena and Sugar.
I can just take some. Just put it up there now. Welcome to the 10th year seniors broadcast of the men's championship game for the Bahamas Flag Football League. The ashore wind WarHawks up against the Avengers. Somebody's going to have a chance to make history here today. The Avengers have been to the championship game on 3 separate occasions. Each time they fell short. The WarHawks, a new team formed with players from the former Ravens and the former Team Elite. So somebody is going to get their chance to win their first championship title today.
All right, Avengers started off on offense with quarterback Lemon Gatsby.
Lemon Garospi back to pass. And they start off easy 5-and-out completion. He's gonna hit that. Lemon's gonna hit that play a lot over the course of this game, so get used to seeing it. Right there, he hits Robin Shepard for the short gain. So second down now. Spread offense for the Avengers. Duran Beetle in the backfield with Garospi. Back to pass. He escapes the pocket, looks right, throws it on the run, and it's complete. And that's what Lemon's able to do. He uses his feet to keep the play alive, and if something's not open, he'll make something out of it. This one's going to be called back, though. Flag on the play. This one's going to be called back. So the big gain to Chadwin James is negated by a holding penalty. But despite the call, that's something the Ravens defense will have to look out for. They have to contain Lemon. Their defensive ends do have to contain him because he will try to get out of the pocket.
Yep, and arguably Lemon is one of the most accurate QBs when it comes to ball placement.
Yeah, definitely. There's that accuracy there again. Pass complete to Nestle Lucien. So Lemon started this game out 3 for 3. Third down now. Empty backfield. Spread offense. Crosby back to pass. Quick pass to Shepard. Right through his hands. Right through his hands, and that's the exact play they wanted.
Oh, and I think they're gonna. Is it fourth down? Oh no. No,
I think they forgot to switch to down marker the play before. Yeah, so this will be third down now. So the one incompletion Lemon has had, the pass just went straight through the receiver's hand.
To Duran Beetle.
And they get just enough for the first down, crossing the 40. Ravens Warhawks defense can't afford to fall asleep here because you know Gillespie's connecting with the short passes, but he does love to get the ball down the field. So you still have to be aware of the fact that they're willing to go deep.
And Lemon is a guy you don't want him getting that throwing groove.
Back to pass again, another quick pass. This time he tries to get it to Andy Bodie, but he drops it.
Straight through the hands.
That's 2 drops so far for the Avengers on this opening series. You gotta help your quarterback out there. He's making accurate plays. Quick plays to try to take advantage of the over pursuit of the Warhawks. But they're just dropping passes.
I had a lot of those leaving my quarterback hanging.
You did, Ashley. Don't pull Lucien. Crosby back to pass again. This time he goes deep across the middle. Broken up by Jamal Butler. Everyone calls him Tech. One of the most dangerous receivers in the league, playing both sides of the ball now as a safety.
Yeah, normally don't see him play defense that often, but
I've never seen it.
Well, maybe because you haven't been out so much this year.
By so much, do you mean not at all? Garofsky back to pass again, pump fakes. He goes deep. Narrowly intercepted by Rodwell Knowles. Lemon's been 0 for 2 when he tried to enter the Rod zone. Can't complete passes on Roddy Knowles.
Rodwell.
So fourth down now. And after it looked like the Avengers started in rhythm, connected on quite a few passes, eventually their drive stalled. Just able to make it past the 40, and they'll have to punt. Butler and Michael Clare back to return for the WarHawks. Beelan, rugby player, so you know he knows how to punt it. Claire fields it, and he'll just down it for a touchback.
Now we're going to see what this high-powered offense of the WarHawks.
Let's see what the WarHawks offense does, led by Phil Roll, 2-time CAFL champion for the Fast Track Jets. Has yet to win a championship in the Flag Football League. Could this be the day?
Actually, he did win a championship.
With the Ravens, he's yet to win as a quarterback.
Oh, all right. Just wanted to make sure I cleared that up.
Yes, thank you for the clarification, Ashley.
So really, he has experience of being to this dance before, but
Much different. So Twins right with Kevin Fox, BJ Young, Javari Southern split out left. Looks for the quick dump off to Claire. It's a bit short. Claire, a very experienced player, played at the collegiate level. So you expect him to be a major factor into this offense. A miscue there by the
WarHawks.
I keep calling them the Ravens. It's the purple that's getting to me. A miscue there by the WarHawks.
Now you see what I was talking about with Lady Ravens. And
So Phil Roll stepped up to talk to his offensive line. And a quick snap there. As we know in flag, the ball is dead on contact.
started off a little shaky.
And the WarHawks are forced to call time. So after their defense set the tone, the WarHawks offense right now has been struggling. The play. The referees are going to confer here to see if it's going to be called a sack or did he get it off in time and it's just an incomplete pass. It looks as if they called the sack. So the incomplete pass is negated. Second down now for the WarHawks. Roll back to pass. He's got nothing, spins out, but he's sacked.
Sacked again. I think he was looking for Kevin Fox in that pass.
The pocket collapsed there. Roll tried to make something out of nothing. But second sack in a row for the Avengers defense. Yard line to gain is the 40. Cannot count the WarHawks out in this position. The last time they had third and long, big pass play up the sidelines to Butler. Let's see if they go to that play again. And you see the Avengers defense, the Oliver Gibson, Jadrian Turnquist, the cover man on this side of the field. He goes straight again. That one comes up short. Butler had to play defense on that one to knock away what would have been an interception. I think Roll was hit. His arm was hit on the play because I'm not accustomed to see any of his passes come up short like that.
Yeah. All right, so the Avengers with their first stop on defense.
And that's exactly what they needed. After you fall behind 2 scores, you have to give the rest of your you have to do something to boost morale. And getting a stop right there is exactly what they needed. Now their offense has to catch up. You've got to put some points on the board here before the half. So false start. Donovan Stubbs back to punt. False start.
So they march further back.
So Stubbs again. Great punt.
They kick to Andy Bodie.
Bodie feels it, but he drops it. And that's a break there for the WarHawks because you know Bodie's a great returner. When he gets in the open field, very difficult to stop. But he drops it. So first down to the yard marker to gain will be the 40. Well, let's see what the Avengers come out with on their third possession. Well, their fourth possession.
No running back in the backfield.
Empty backfield. Gillespie back to pass. Quick pass again. He skips another one in the dirt. And that's what pressure does. Doesn't always have to be a sack, but if you can get to the quarterback, move him off his spot, make him uncomfortable, errant passes like that will happen.
Yeah, that pass is really short just now.
What the WarHawks defense is doing right now, they're not allowing him to set his feet.
And what did we say about Peter Wilson defense?
They like to blitz a lot. They get shouted at a lot. Over the ouch, a bit too high, over the outstretched hands of Xavier Hanna, and it's picked off again by the WarHawks defense. Was that Goose?
Yes, it is. Thomas Wildgoose.
Second interception for Thomas Wildgoose. And the veteran safety has come to play today.
He reminds me of Jackson, who played for Tampa Bay Buccaneers when they played Oakland Raiders back in 2002.
Listen, I feel like the game he's having right now is a direct result of yesterday when we went to go play basketball. I feel like me and Goose playing on the same team and me being so great, it transferred to him. And my greatness is allowing Goose to shine right now on this field. Really, I should be thanked if they end up winning this game. Michael Clare breaks it out right. And there you see that change of direction that a veteran running back has. He showed it just now. Up the middle, the run was stuffed, banked it outside. Big gain around the right side right there for Clare.
All right, before you said that statement you said.
Yes.
I have one word. Really?
No. I honestly, if we can interview Goose after the game and you ask him what was the biggest factor.
So pretty much, you're like the godfather.
Garvin Newball. The pass looked good, but it was a bit too deep. Down now for the WarHawks. I know how Tito Bethel coaches, and he wants to put a nail in the coffin right now. He wants to go up 3 scores. The WarHawks will not be conservative.
Reckless.
As you can see on that play just now, they're going for it all. You put up 3 scores on the scoreboard, and your defense can play with all the reckless abandon they need. So roll comes out. 4 receivers clear in the backfield. Play action. Roll drops back. He goes deep again. Looks like the same play. Nearly picked off. And the Avengers defense is too smart for that. You're not going to be able to go to the same play twice in a row and have it work.
Not like what happened in the previous game with the women.
You see, DeOliver Gibson was right there in position to make that play. Wasn't able to come up with the interception. So 3rd down now for the WarHawks. Same formation, WarHawks spread. Claire in the backfield. Roll looks right. Out of the pocket now, but he's sacked. And that'll presumably bring the drive to an end.
He's sacked by Melvin Bonnaby.
Blair Smith there on the sack. Are they going for it?
Reckless.
It looks like they are.
I mean, you're up 2 touchdowns.
Listen, you know how I feel about this. I will go for it every time.
In words of Kevin Fox, this what you kick it for?
Me and Ravens head coach and WarHawks player Peter Wilson, we talked about this before the game started. Look, me and him, I would always want to go for it. And you see them doing a lot of the same stuff here.
Make the game interesting.
Yeah, give us something exciting to watch. So 4th down now. WarHawks have to get to the 20. Roll has time. He scrambles right. And he is sacked.
Like I said, that whole going for it is like a Bahamian Madden play. Not once have I played a Bahamian player that really punts the ball in Madden.
Sacked by Francesco Martin. Now, could that be the play that can turn the tide in the favor of the Avengers?
Got a little momentum going. Oh, that's the half. Or is that?
Well, that explained everything about why they went for it just now.
Yes.
They had nothing to lose. So it wasn't that reckless in retrospect. It was pretty much just a Hail Mary.
Yeah.
So that's it for the first half. A sure win WarHawks with a 12-0 lead over the Avengers. They got a score from their quarterback Phil Roll, who scrambled, a pick 6 from Thomas Wildgoose. The Avengers, after a quick start on offense, nothing to show for much of the second half. But we'll be back for the second half in the Men's Flag Football League Championship. And we're back for the second half. A short win WarHawks with a 12-0 lead over the Avengers. The Bahamas Flag Football League Men's Championship. The Avengers need to get back in this game, so their defense needs to stop here.
1, 2, 7.
A short win, score on the board will really put the Avengers with their backs against the wall. The last time the Avengers were in a championship game against the Predators, it was a low-scoring affair. The time before that, when they played the Summit Academy Ravens, it was a lopsided game. So the Avengers have had both experiences at championships. You would think that this is the one where that streak's broken, the one where they get over the hump. But it'll take a whole lot of work at this point. Down 12-0. You had a question off air you wanted to ask.
Oh. Ravens. 2013, I think?
I think it was either 12 or 13, yeah.
Who wins that game?
So what we're doing right now is the hypothetical that people did.
Yes, we're doing something like that.
Okay, the Ravens. I mean, that team put up like 60 points in that championship game.
And a few got called back.
That team was supposed to put up 80 points in that championship game. So, you know, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Unbiased opinion, by the way. Right now, and their ability to close this game.
And this is kind of like a safety net in ways, because the WarHawks were up, and now they get the ball starting the second half.
This is a very talented WarHawks from the Ravens, but he's their defensive end.
Yep. Well, he picked up on that after he joined the pros in the contact deal over there. Because remember, he initially started off as tight end. Then he got converted into a very good defensive end.
An elite defensive end.
He's arguably one of the most athletic Bahamians.
Humans on the planet.
Yeah, humans on the planet.
And this Avengers team, very experienced, like we said, been together for a while. Their third time in a championship game. Well, fourth time in a championship game. Duran Beetle with the kickoff. Jamal Butler receives it near the goal line. His flag is grabbed as he gets past the 20. So the first down mark of the game will be the 40. So let's see how the second half plays out now. Bodie looks shaken up on the play. And so the WarHawks look to come out, keep their momentum from the first half going.
Now I see they made a change into that inside receiver. Reggie Knowles.
Handoff to Clear. Tries to get to the outside. He does, but not much more than that. Short gain by Claire. And against this Avengers defense with so much speed side to side, running the ball up the middle may be a better bet against them. You can see that the linebackers and defensive backs extended all the way to the sideline just now. But Claire has had a couple of good runs straight up the middle of the field.
There was a penalty. Flag thrown.
I think it was a holding call. Holding call, and that'll set the WarHawks back.
Every time I watch the WarHawks run the ball, I get scared Javon Bullitt is going to...
We haven't seen him have one of those crushing blocks. Here's Claire again, on the ground.
I always get scared when I see Javon Bullitt running down the field.
I anticipate it. I need to see him have one of those pancake blocks that he's known for. Because that's a highlight.
Trust me, and, well, you as a quarterback and me as a running back at times, we had the privilege of him blocking for us back in the day.
Oh, it's great. Sometimes I would call Blaze just to see him blow somebody up. I didn't have any confidence to play with work, but I just want to see him blow somebody up. It was fun for me. So second down now. Claire in the backfield. Receiver spread for the WarHawks. Roll still shouting out instructions. Finally gets the snap off. He eludes one defender. And is caught by Jared Roll.
There was a flag on that play.
Flag on the play, so let's see what comes out of this.
I think it's on the defense.
Yeah, it looked like a neutral zone infraction. No clear indication from the refs as yet. The change.
Hawks have a lot of firepower. As you see, they change up their receivers to give the defense different looks.
So still second down now. Trips right with Butler, new ball, and Fox. Roll looks that way, he hits Butler, but he trips. Unable to get any yards after the catch, which is usually his calling card. So they still have to get to the 40 for this first down. This game is played at a much slower pace than the women's game was.
Yeah, it was. It is, sorry.
So trips left, Roll looks right. Butler slips again. They had the first down, but he slipped. The ball sailed over his head.
Well, it's fourth down. Ronaldo, what would you do in this situation?
You already know the answer. I'd go for it. I'd trust my offense to get me 3 yards.
And this isn't even reckless because they're up by 2. I think
At this point, I would try to take advantage of the height of my receivers here. You have Kevin Fox in the slot. He's about 6'3". None of the Avengers defenders are that big. Let's see how it goes. Roll back. He has all day to throw. It's picked up. Sailed across the middle of the field. JG and Turnquest with the pick.
all right. So now Avengers with the interception. Let's see if their offense can help their defense out
And not
by
only
giving them a score.
Not only did he get the pick, but he returned it. You know, you need 3 yards. A quick 3-step drop, get the ball out across the middle of the field. Probably would have netted you a first down.
At one point, I thought the running back, Phil, was going to keep that.
So the WarHawks defense. That one to Chadwin James for a short gain.
No relation to LeBron.
Well, how do you know? I mean, it could be.
Who knows?
Second down now for the Avengers. Beadle, James, and Bodie trips right. Grosby goes right. It's caught by Bodie. Donovan Stubbs stops him near the goal line.
I think they got the first down on that one.
So for the first time all game, earned the event position.
If they get a score and defense comes and get a quick stop, this game is still winning this game is still within reach.
Oh, definitely. Only 2 scores. The WarHawks had chance to expand the lead, weren't able to. And Grosby throws it low. He threw it low, he threw it behind James, who would have walked into the end zone if that pass was on target.
Throw it low to a tall receiver like James.
So incomplete. With a short field now, it plays into what the Avengers were doing all game because they were going for the not too much down the field. Well, that could partially be in part because they're afraid to throw it wild goose again.
Yeah, they're scared to throw it goose way.
Grosby in the gun, back to pass, looks right. He had James again and it's picked off by Theo Knowles. One time he threw it too low, this time he threw it too high.
He reverses
Theo Knowles with the pick, reverses field, there's a flag on the play. There's a flag on the play. And now we see a little bit of fireworks. We mentioned before, this is a very experienced defensive backfield for the WarHawks. Theo Knowles is just as experienced and as talented as Thomas Wildgoose is. So you got 2 guys back there really patrolling that defensive backfield, and they both have interceptions.
I think if Theo was the head, he would say it's the other way around.
Probably. Yeah. You know what? You're right. So a flag thrown on the return, the interception will stand. And if you're the Avengers, you have to be disheartened with that. You get the ball at midfield. You have a chance to score. You're pretty much on the goal line and you squander that opportunity. So if you're not going to score, then if I'm on the Avengers side, their defense has played well after that first early hiccup. Their defense has stepped it up. Their defense has played well. Their offense is not giving them any help whatsoever.
Technically, the defense only gave up 1 score.
Yeah, their defense gave up 1 score very early in the game. It was on the first possession, I think it was.
Yes.
So their defense hasn't given up a score since the first possession of the game. Their offense has done pretty much nothing. Able to string together a few positive plays, but nothing more than that. So backs against the goal line. They give us to clear. And they'll get a bit of breathing room. They get a bit of breathing room after Claire picks up the short gain. Ball control is very important at this point right now for the WarHawks. This is a very dangerous position for any offense to be right against the end zone. Roll with another give to Claire, who goes up the middle. Short gain, Martin with the flag grab right there. Just barely gets over the line of scrimmage.
Third down, going to Butler. What do you think?
Well, I feel like no matter what the down is, down and distance, that's where Phil's going with the ball. I always believe that's where Phil's going with the ball. But we'll see. If we know that, I'm thinking the Avengers defense would know that too. And timeout right now. Receivers, very versatile. They've been switching them out. So people are running routes. Nobody's really getting tired because after you run about 3 or 4 routes or you have one series, you're out of there as somebody else comes into the game. So they're keeping them fresh, and you definitely need that with this heat.
Yep.
I don't have a thermometer, but I will guess it's 1 million degrees out there on the field. Celsius. Roll throws on the run, complete to Kevin Fox. That's his first catch of the game. And he doesn't do a first down point or anything. I expected more out of him in terms of celebration.
Yeah.
It's kind of lame, Kev. It's kind of lame. Just walking back to the huddle. Who does that? So first down for the WarHawks. And again, another disheartening play for the Avengers because you have them pinned against their own goal line and you allow them to escape. Now they get to open up the playbook. And by that I mean throw it to Tech. Spread formation, empty backfield. Butler comes in motion. He gets it on the reverse. He's able to a good run. I was caught up with the blocking. We were calling for one of those pancake blocks, and we saw it just now. An offensive lineman, he enjoys hitting people. It's his job to do it, but he actually likes it, which is what you want if you're a quarterback. So the WarHawks now taking their time, not in a rush. They know mentally the Avengers right now are struggling in this game. Single safety deep. We haven't seen Roll really take advantage of that. Butler in motion again. Fakes the reverse. Hits him in the flat. Overthrown.
These guys are trying to paint the town purple today.
We're midway through the second half. I want you, and we've already called one game before this. Be honest with me, how long were you waiting to say that line? I feel like you were waiting to say that line from like 1 o'clock.
No, that really just popped up in my head.
I don't believe you. You're a liar. Another new group of receivers in there for the WarHawks. You have Young on the outside, Fox, new ball. Fake reverse again. Roll with all the time.
I know he had a rough start to the season, being hurt, but he came back, and he's playing great right now.
The strangest thing in the world is that somebody that inflicts this much violence on the field listens to R. Kelly before games to get inspired.
That is very true.
I mean, the juxtaposition of those two things is so strange.
And watches The Godfather.
Mention LeBron one more time and I'm kicking you off this broadcast. You do it one more time. So Donovan stops back to punt. Good punt, pinning Bodie down to the left side of the field. So they'll have to get to the 40 for the first down. I feel like we've been saying this all afternoon, but this is the drive that the Avengers have to get it done. You cannot go another drive without a score, because now time is definitely becoming a factor.
To me, the Avengers offense looked real relaxed. I don't know why.
Too relaxed. Pass complete to Xavier Hanna.
First catch by Hanna today.
He's a very experienced receiver as well. Played at Holland College. Played in the CAFL with the RJ Sands pros. So look for him to have an impact here in the second half. And the Warhawks weren't even standing there. So after the big pass gain on first down, sacked on second down. And when you're up 2 scores and you know the other team is pressing and rush all day.
Fourth down, you got to go for it.
The Avengers O-line is having trouble dealing with Tavares Fowler. That feels weird to say because we just call him Rock.
I didn't even know his real name.
You can see why, because he's like 6'5", 300 pounds. Conservative guess. But he is wrecking the middle of the Avengers offense right now. Huge play here, and this is how you know we're getting toward that desperation time. 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Garospi back to pass. He completes it. First down to Nestle Lucien. And the Avengers get to stay alive for another set of downs.
See, this is what I'm talking about. They look relaxed.
Yeah, you're down 2 scores. It's late in the second half. Why are you still walking to the line of scrimmage? Garospi back to pass. There's Hanna again. So an incomplete pass broken up by Donovan Stubbs. The Avengers defense offense is not really balanced. They were never the ball actively wheelhouse to just drop back and throw it every down.
Yeah.
Garospi back to pass. He goes deep. And that was nearly picked off by Stubbs, and if he didn't pick it off, Theo Knowles was back there waiting.
These guys are all over.
I feel like Theo is so much more comfortable playing safety at this point. He's been a shutdown corner for years.
Do you think that's age now when you go from a corner to
Well, you go tell him that. I'm not saying it. Remember that one time in practice when Mitch had to learn the hard way?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, listen.
Because I think it's just like a little progression. Like you go from corner to safety
We've
to
seen
linebacker.
You've seen it happen in the NFL with, like you said, with a lot of great corners. Charles Woodson did it. Went from corner to safety. Rod Woodson did it. Corner to safety. It's just kind of what happens. If you think of most great corners, they end up making that shift. Because ain't nobody trying to do all that running up and down. Garospi escapes. 2 Warhawks. Throws it. Was he beyond the line of scrimmage? Is that another?
Ball is intercepted.
Listen, do not go into the rod zone. I said it from the beginning of the game. This is what happens when you go to the rod zone. Rodwell Knowles with another interception, and Lemon Garospi, and a very experienced quarterback who's been to 4 BFFL title games.
This offense really owes their defense.
He doesn't look like the experienced quarterback we expected right now. And if they were going to get over the hump, you thought he would be the guy that would do it for them. His 3rd pick of the game. And the body language for the Avengers right now, they just look dejected. So the Warhawks will take over. And now this is the point of the game where you start to milk the clock. Roll with a quick pass. Complete on first down to Ryan Meadows. His first catch of the game. And we'll be saying that all day with this WarHawks team because they have so many receivers. Roll looks. Pass is complete to Brian Young, still on his feet. And now you see Gerard Culmer doing his infamous bird celebration thing that he does. I don't know what to call it. But he does that thing where he flaps his arms.
Birdman, Birdman.
That's what you call it. WarHawks coach Tito Bethel already raising his arms in victory. That is the thank God I don't have to play against Nile anymore celebration. You've earned it. And the WarHawks right now running the clock down. This Avengers team comes so close year after year.
False start on
only to come up short. The girls had a much better ending. Yeah. Can I say?
The girls' game was
a score on the board because you don't want to come to a championship game and drop 0. I mean, there are no moral victories, but you put so many months of work into getting to this point. And to have this happen in the final game of the season. Now Phil just takes it himself. Former running back doing running back things.
Runs the ball as time runs out.
Timeout Avengers. Did he get the first down? Yes, he did. So a new set of downs for the WarHawks.
So with this, who do you give MVP to? I'm going with Goose.
Yeah, I got to go with Wild Goose on this one. 2 picks, a defensive touchdown. I mean, he scored just as much as the WarHawks offense did. So my pick for MVP has got to be Thomas Wild Goose. And like I said,
why thank you now?
Yeah. I feel like he earned it. And also me, I earned it. So Roll will just keep it himself.
And who knows, he might have been watching The Godfather last night as well.
Possibly. And the Avengers players right now just want to get this one over with. WarHawks on the sideline, starting the celebrations early. People are disrobing.
I feel bad for the Avengers defense.
They played an excellent game. They had 2 turnovers. They allowed 1 touchdown, but they just couldn't get the help from their offense. They give to Claire. The WarHawks are content to just run it as the game winds down. Still go for it.
I can still go for it.
Because why not? Just go for it. So just formalities from here all out, from here on out, I should say. Year of existence.
They managed to beat the Decepticons without Prime.
There you go.
They managed to do the unthinkable.
Bodie returns the punt, nears the 40.
All right, as the defense takes their last walk onto the field. I feel like if you were the Avengers, you gotta go out in style.
Yeah, I'm going deep every single play. Are you kidding me?
Like, just like if I play 2K, if I'm losing the game, I gotta hit the shot at the buzzer. Something.
Oh no, I just turned it off. So the Avengers now dejected. One last chance.
They gotta make it.
Summon Academy Ravens, I think, who won a championship in their first year of existence.
Correct.
Purple Rain, the Ashore-Wind WarHawks, are your 2016 Bahamas Flag Football League national champions. Let's do our MVP call again. We're just gonna go ahead and call it Thomas Wild Goose, your MVP. Wilson and Goose, they coached the women's team for the Vitamalt Ravens, and they just won a championship. So one club, two titles. Ash, your thoughts on the final?
Pardon me?
Thank you, Ashley. This is the kind of partnership we have. Can I say, I'm surprised at all of this. That'll do it for this one. The Ashore-Wind WarHawks, your 2016 Bahamas Flag Football League. Celebrate. Congrats WarHawks, congrats Ravens. Purple Rain.